Huo Huo is going to be releasing in version 1.5 of Honkai Star Rail, and thanks to the 1.5 livestream, we finally officially know what her kit is going to look like. So today, I'm going to be breaking down her kit to see how much value she could be bringing to players based on what she's going to be able to do. So, going through their kit, so starting out with her skill, with her being an abundance character, she will be able to heal one ally as well as adjacent allies, which is kind of a unique thing compared to the way other healers are healing in the game. With I think the closest thing to this is Bailu's heal, which is one ally and then two random allies. So this one, kind of eliminates the RNG factor that Bailu does have, which is probably going to be more consistent for healing overall when using the skill. So that is definitely really good for Huo Huo. Also, there is no cleanse on her skill, which, depending on, as we get into her ult and stuff, it's going to make a little bit more sense as to why she doesn't have cleanse. But I did kind of call this to where if an abundance character is going to have more, utility, then I don't expect them to have as much, or if even at all, not have any cleanse at all. So, it definitely is something to keep in mind as well. Then, for Huo Huo's ultimate, she will regenerate energy for the entire team, as well as increase their attacks, which is a really cool ult effect because it's kind of giving a little harmony effect into the abundance character, which I think is a pretty good combination, considering that abundance characters are, them being healers, they are meant to kind of support the team in that kind of way. So being able to support the team in both healing as well as increasing energy and attack is going to be really good. I think she's going to pair very well with a lot of the very common DPS characters in the game. Then for her talent, so whenever she uses her skill, she will activate Sacrifice Life, which at the start of allies' turns, for I guess a set number of turns from when it's activated, they'll heal a bit of HP. So some extra healing there is definitely cool, especially for beginning of turn. Yeah, I definitely think this is cool for her not having cleanse as well, just because it kind of tries to mitigate the DOT damage, because you get both DOT damage and the Sacrifice Life heal at the start of your turn. So that could be a little helpful to mitigate that while not completely getting rid of it. Which I know a lot of people prefer cleanse. I think cleanse is overall better to just get rid of the effect at all. But I would say this, having the Sacrifice Life effect, it's not as bad as not having a cleanser at all on a team. So that definitely is also something to keep in mind. But I do think the effect will be beneficial for keeping your team alive in those crucial situations. Because I'm sure we have plenty of times in MOC where we're gonna do something with our DPS, but then they die, whether it's a DOT effect or if they get unlucky, and they take a lot of damage. So having that beginning of turn healing can also help in some of those situations as well. Then for Huo Huo's technique, on the field, using her technique will make the enemies that are hit go into the horror-struck state, which makes them basically just run around, and they can't attack you at all while they're in the state. And when you attack a horror-stricken enemy to enter battle, they do have a chance to have their attack lowered. So that could also be very good, so you're not taking as much damage. And that also does factor into her being an abundance character and being a healer, since lower enemies with lower attacks will also have they'll be doing less damage to you. So you won't have to lose as much HP, and you won't have to rely on heals as much for that time where their attack is lowered. So she does have a very interesting kit overall. It seems like a combination of mainly abundance and harmony, with the technique having a little traces of nihility. So I definitely do like this, and I think it's something that they're going to keep doing for characters, making them focus on their main path, but then having elements of other paths included to make them more unique, and then also give them some very cool utility. And I especially think Huo Huo is no exception to that, and she is able to heal the team, buff the team, and overall be beneficial. I think realistically for that, because she heals adjacent enemies, you're probably going to want to place her on a corner slot, and then heal the other three allies, heal the one that's in the middle, so that everyone can get the healing. Unless you need to heal her as well, then that'll all depend on the situation there. But yeah, let me know in the comments down below what you all think of Huo Huo. I think she's going to be pretty good. You know, obviously, when she comes out, I'll test her. I don't know if I'm gonna pull for her, but I will, you know, test her out to see how she's gonna perform. But with that, yeah, I do think overall she's gonna be a very solid sustain character, and I think it's gonna be really valuable for a lot of players. But yeah, with that, everyone, I want to thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed, definitely be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe to the channel, and ring that notification bell. But with that, I will see you all next time.